So we can compute now the costs for this policy. So let's imagine we want to have a cycle service level of 97.7%, which means adding twice the standard deviation during the lead time plus the fixed period, which is adding to this average demand twice that deviation, and this is our safety stock. So if we pick this option, what we have is a fixed period of half a month that doesn't depend on our cycle level, our service level. The unwrapped level is 1096 computers and the safety stock is 346 computers. So since we are ordering every half a month, we are ordering twice a month, and that represents the cost of twice the cost of every order, which is $4,000, which is this $8,000. As to the holding cost, what we have is the following. Here we have an alternative where we do not have any safety stock, and here we have this safety stock. So the difference between this and this is that in this case, we have on average this amount of the safety stock to pay for. Sometimes we will be a little bit above it, sometimes we'll be a little bit below the safety stock, but on average we will have this that we add to the average inventory we have in this situation. That's why when computing the average inventory here, what we have is the safety stock plus what we have here as average inventory. Notice that we have this seesaw line, okay, and this point here, or this point here, or this point here corresponds to a situation where if we don't have any safety stock, sometimes we will be a little bit above it or we will be below it. But this curve will vary from one point to another point that will on average go to zero. So on average we'll have these triangles that go from a point here to zero, a point here and zero, and the time from this point to this point is the fixed period. Okay, notice that these points here are offset from with regard to this here, just the lead time. So the time from here to here is the value P, the fixed period, the same between these points and this point here, and so on. So what we have here is the consumption of the computers for the fixed period, and it goes from that point to this point. So the average inventory we had, if we didn't have any safety stock, would be 1/2 the demand during the fixed period, which is this expression we have here, to which we need to add the safety stock as we discussed earlier on. So in this case, the demand during that P is the demand during half a month, which is half 500, plus the safety stock, which is on average always there. So this is the average inventory in hand we have, and we pay $32 per each of those, so we have a total cost of this amount here, which is a summation of the ordering cost and the holding cost.